We got Papa T in the house today, and we're gonna put this on. Yeah. So this thing. If you remember this hood, I started on this hood, what, probably 2 years ago, at least 2-3 years ago. And got the idea from a good friend of mine, and I thought it was cool. So we started on it, and then I just kind of lost interest, and I stored it away over in Georgia. Daddy went over there, he found it, and was like, well, hell, let me work on it. So today we're gonna put it on this car. Now it's not done yet, but it's getting pretty close. Cross your fingers that it lines up and works.
I'm serious. That's what I should have told him.
Oh my God.
You want to just see if it's going
Halfway to line up. Shit, yeah. Hell yeah. Looks like it may have bowed a little right here. I'm not sure though. It may just be the way it's sitting. Damn. Wow. It's on the car. We're gonna go ahead and make some adjustments, and then we'll see if we can get this thing to fit right. We got the hood on. It took a little while to get everything, sorted out on it. Hood was a little tweaked and warped up, I guess, from welding, and then we had a couple of issues up front, but we pretty much got it all sorted out. Oh, and we also put a screen in back here, so there's a mesh right down here. So that's pretty cool. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna look pretty sweet. Pop T, what you think? Worked out better than we thought.
I thought it worked out good to be free.
Yeah, exactly, to be free. And that's the biggest thing, is just experimenting, trying different things. I don't see a damn thing wrong with that. Where are we going?
Papa T's.
All right, so we are headed over to Papa T's today. It's about lunchtime, and we're gonna get his car back to him. So I've had this car now for a year and a half, I think, something like that. But today is the day that we get it back to him. So let's go outside and look this thing over real quick. So Papa T is gonna get his car back and start working on it, doing some paint and body work, a little here, a little there. He's already kind of warned me. He was like, hey, don't get in a rush, with me getting this thing done. I've enjoyed having this car around, but as of lately, we just haven't had time to mess with it. So he's gonna get back, do some paint work. As you can see, we got the hood on the car that we made. Little, probably 1.5 inch bubble hood, something like that. Very cool car though. I'm gonna miss starting this thing up and hearing that F cam. Oh man, this thing sounds so good. We still don't know yet on the color what we're gonna do. We'll leave that up to him. But all that being said though, let's go ahead and take this thing over to Papa T, see what he's doing today. You ready, Cam?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yes.
I want to show you guys something that we've known about it, but we forgot about it, honestly. And I don't know, I'm not saying that we're going to do anything with this, but there's always a possibility at least. Yeah. So this thing's been sitting for a while. Look at that. That's 351 Windsor in this car, and if you guys ever wonder how tight it is, check this out. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but literally the exhaust manifolds are sitting on the strut towers.
Big time.
Yeah, but it's locked up essentially, or we can't turn it with a pull handle. But we may take this motor out of this car, get all this stuff out of it, and take it apart and see how bad it is. May be able to save it, with a just 30 over, maybe put a little stroker kit in it, or just put a set of pistons. Probably just a set of pistons, keep it budget. Now we've talked about this in the past. There's also another car. Don't get confused. There's another car over there at the other land that also has a 351 Windsor in it, but it has literally been there since the 80s sitting. This car, engine's a little more fresh, I guess you could say. It was a project that somebody started. We don't know if water's gotten down through the carburetor or what the deal is. I'm sure it probably has. But, if it can be bored out 30 over or something like that, that may be something that we look into eventually. I don't know. We got to see what 2023 holds, because we're knocking projects out too quick. The Calypso has come along a lot quicker than we thought, but I guess I could go ahead and show you this car real fast while we're here. I can't remember. It's a 96 or 97. I can't remember. This was a car that I got from a buddy of mine, and my brother ended up buying it from me. You guys have seen it before. We've talked about it. And he basically pulled the engine out of it, going to rebuild it. And you know how it goes. Projects just kind of stall out. I think he lost interest. But as you can see, it's a super straight car. It's just a satin black is all it is, but look down the side of this thing. All sides of the car are just as perfectly straight as this. Interior looks pretty good. I love these seats. These are my favorite seats in these cars.
Yeah, they are. Good sitting seats.
Yeah, they are. Airbags deployed. So he had the transmission locked up on his car, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
2 tears in the seat right there. But I'd like to find these exact seats, or this exact seat again. But finding those are hard to do. So he's been doing a little bit of work, a little bit here and there. He's working on the rear quarters. So that's his 73 Mach 1, a big block 460. The engine that's in this car actually came out of his mom's Lincoln Continental. So that's really what makes this so cool. I drove this car in high school as well. I'll show you guys. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll show you guys right here. So Early County School parking. Pretty cool.
See, that thing won't let it all the way down, so you
Oh,
let
yeah.
you let it all the way
That's
down.
good. Look at that though, interior on this car. So my mom and dad got the interior redone. What in the 80s?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 80s. But I've always loved these seats the way they did them with the perforated bottom down here. Interior, like I said, is just top notch still. You can clean it up, do a little bit of respraying here and there probably, and should be good to go.
Look here. Poor fella. Get him, boys. Get him. Get him, look.
He don't like that.
Hell, no, he don't like that. You want some of this? Say, you want some of this? Huh? Do you?
Now he's done talked me into driving it, so he's gonna ride. This will be his first time riding it since we've really kind of tuned it and tweaked it and got some sticky tires on it. We're just gonna go down the road real quick. One last drive for you guys. So, what'd you think?
It's a different car.
It is.
For sure.
Yeah, just dead hook and go. Just John talking,
Yes.
just set it back, buddy, and pop, pop, pop.
He'd be shifting them gears, don't he?
I wonder where I get it from.
I ain't never been able to do it like that.
Shit. Whatever.
Shit, no.
Yeah, we shifted them so good last time we busted the transmission in it. So yeah, that's some good shifting there. Oh Lord.
All right, guys, we'll catch you back at the house. So that was my brother Fulton, and he's not ridden in this car in years, literally years. I've had the car at my house for about 2 years, so it's funny because if you listen really closely in the video, you can hear him say, "There's only one car that'll rattle the windows like that." And it's true. I don't know what it is about this particular car, but it will just rattle the windows anywhere you go. You can hear it actually rattling the trailer as it's idling on it. I do want to mention, I apologize about the audio because I don't know what happened. I had a microphone on my other camera and it was bouncing around and shit like that. So you have to excuse the audio. But as far as Papa T's car goes, you know, he's going to work on it as he gets time. But I want to take you along for the ride and for the transformation of that car. But he's not on the same time schedule as I am, right? I mean, he's retired. He can take his time and do whatever he wants to do. So, you know, we tend to knock things out a little quick around here, and sometimes that's not a good thing. But he'll take his time with this, and he'll enjoy it. The hood turned out really good on the car. Obviously, there's some tweaking left to do, some sanding and stuff like that. But overall, like, it looks really good, and I think that's going to work out good. He's excited to have the car back. He's already put tag and insurance on it, and I mean, he can drive this thing and go enjoy it and beat gears, you know. I do think that he misses the street tires, though. You know, he would go get in this thing and just rip through the gears and just blow the tires off of it. And now, wherever you point this thing is where it's going to go. And that's kind of dangerous whenever you're used to a car all over the road. Believe it or not, I know, because I took off over here and ended up in my neighbor's yard. So, no, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just had a wheel off the road. He's going to continue to come over and help us on all this other stuff that we got going on. We got the Calypso back here in the background. Guys, I can't stay out of this car. I just absolutely love it. Matter of fact, I actually drive this more than I drive that now. And it's just because it's kind of the new thing. I get that. But the fact that I even want to drive it is just awesome. So Papa T's going to come over with us, and we're going to work on this thing a little bit more. Big thanks to everybody who's been following the channel, following these builds. There's a lot more to come. Remember, we still have the 65 that we're working on. That thing just kind of, as we get time, we work on that car. That's just the way I'm going to handle this. We may go all in at some point and just do everything at one time and like stay at it and get it done, or we may not. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.